No, here we go. Here we go. So now you got it. So we appreciate your permission to record this webinar. As I said, we're here today to talk about the video competition. I'm so excited to hear about your projects. This is really your opportunity to tell your story in a compelling short video format. We post these on our website, and it's really beneficial to anyone who's looking at this program. So first and foremost, thank you for the work that you've done this year. I hope that you have enjoyed working on your projects and that you really get a good sense of accomplishment and the work that you've been doing. So anyway, let's jump right into our instructions here. So what should you showcase? As you're developing your short video, obviously the university manufacturing team, we want to hear about that. What is the problem or need that prompted this project? What innovation or technology are you working on? And what is the potential impact on the manufacturer? From the manufacturing perspective, really, you want to engage your manufacturer to the extent possible. So whether you have a company representative in a speaking role, a written statement that you include in your slides, maybe feature the company at the beginning to outline their challenge or objective, and featuring the company at the end to describe how the project outcome may be carried forward with the company. Now, I know you've got a real short time period. The video is short, 60 to 90 seconds. Your time to accomplish this is short. So take advantage of what you can, even if it's just using the company logo or you have time to actually incorporate them into this. Their perspective is greatly appreciated. And our next slide, please. Competition judging. The judges will be drawn from the Ben Franklin Technology Partners. There are 4 of them, so we ask their communications and marketing directors to take a look at this. We also use some of our internal staff here at our Department of Community and Economic Development. I'm so used to saying DCED. So they're really good. And what will they be looking for? Well, first and foremost, presentation clarity and quality, originality and creativity. And I have to tell you, last year's videos, we had some great creativity, relevancy of content. And here I think is the most important part, communication to a non-technical audience. You know, I enjoy reading all your proposals and looking at them, but my eyes begin to glaze a little bit. And if you can remember that your audience does not have your scientific background, they're really looking to see what's the real value of this to Pennsylvania, to our manufacturers. And I think I'm going to turn the rest of this presentation over to my colleague, Colleen Mantini. I want to give a quick shout out to Joy Levington. Both of these women from CMU play an integral part in making this program successful. So Colleen, it's all yours.
Okay, thank you, Jennifer. Yeah, we have a great team pulling all of these things off. So thanks to everyone. The keys to success, as Jennifer had mentioned, you know, you're working with some constraints as you produce these videos. You only have 60, 90 seconds to cover a lot of deep technical information. And the audience doesn't have that deep technical engineering background that you're used to, you know, with the faculty that you work with and your colleagues in the lab. So you really need to distill key concepts without using jargon. You know, the minute you start throwing around technical terms and jargon, you're probably going to lose people. So you need to do a lot of, you know, careful planning and put a lot of thought into, you know, how you're going to use this time and how you're going to describe your templates. And just remember, you know, this isn't a poster session, so you can't really approach it like you would a poster session. It's just not a poster that you're going to describe, you know, in video. So to help you figure out how to, you know, present this information, we have a few resources. And the first one is a script template. So we encourage you, just like a Hollywood production, there's a script. So you have to, write out a script for, how you're going to divide the information into separate scenes. And the template really, sections out the information into bite-sized pieces and guides the flow so that all the information is covered. That you do not need to use this particular script template that was developed. You can use your own, but you can just use it as a guide. Communicating Science webinar. Last year, when we kicked off our first competition, we had a session for the students and the faculty, to talk about communicating science. And what a reporter would capture in a news article or a TV segment. And we had that one of our former PhD students at Carnegie Mellon, who ended up coming back after earning his PhD to work in our marketing and communications office. And he, was at the time working to produce videos for faculty on their research and also talking to reporters. So we asked him to talk with the students about how he would approach this particular competition and how he would distill, technical science information, for a lay audience. So I encourage you to take a look at that recording, and I'll show you where it is on the website. And there's a tip sheet also on recording and editing high quality videos. This is actually from LSU. They developed a series on how to, share research through film, and it was actually funded by the NSF. So it's a 3-part series. There's a first short video on how to create the story arc. Their story arc is much like our script template. There's a second short video on how to film the research video, what kind of angles you want to get. And then there's a final video on how to edit a research video, what to leave in, what to leave out. So again, a good resource if you want to take advantage of it as you think about how you want to present your videos. But the most important thing, as Jennifer mentioned, is you have last year's winning videos. And those are on the Manufacturing PA Innovation Program website. You see, we have last year's competition on the website. And if you go to this page and you would scroll down, you would see the top 5 videos from last year. And you can see, a lot of times it's the student in the lab sharing their excitement about their project, telling their story. So you can see, what's been done before and, and how to do it. You have all the resources at your disposal. You have your story, you have your excitement, get some shots in the lab and go forward. So how to submit. So once you put this video together, as you see, you submit it on the website. Some teams, it's 1 student per team. We have some teams, projects with multiple, particularly undergrad students on the team. You have to select a team captain to, submit your video on the website and to collect the student participation agreements and consent forms. And I've listed the consent forms and the various ones that you will find again on the website. You can download those. The student participation agreement, that's for every student that is part of your video. We need to get a consent from them to use their creation, their video, and other things that we want to use the video for going forward for the program. The video appearance consent. So if you get your manufacturing partner to participate in your video, or the PI for the project, says a few words outlining, the project, they would sign. They're not part of the student team producing the video, but they're part of the video, so they would sign the video appearance consent. And then you have the materials IP consent and the music rights licensing. If you use some sort of a schematic, maybe from the company, or music in the video, you would need to get those signed. And we're not trying to make you jump through additional legal hoops. That's not the intent here. The intent is, for us to use these videos going forward in programmatic materials, which we very much want to do. We need to get these consents. And you will see on the website from last year, we shot a video about the program, and we use snippets from all of the winning videos in that overall program video. And in order to do that, we need consents. So the deadline is March 23rd at 11:59. So right before midnight, submit your videos on the website. The website is actually active now. So you can start submitting your videos this weekend if you have time to put them together. So Jennifer and I will now take some time for questions. I would encourage you to maybe type those in the chat and we will read them off. Joy, if you could help us keep track of those, just let us know if you have any questions.
Hey, Colleen, it's Jennifer. Could you just back up to the slide before, please?
Oh, went to the beginning. There we go. That one?
I just want to confirm, I think you may have said March 23rd.
I'm sorry, March 29th.
Okay, excellent. Let's just keep that good. All right. Yes, this presentation will be available going forward. Excellent. Good question. Colleen, do you want to take this question? I believe they're on the website. Oh, there we go.
Yes. Those are indeed, they're on the website under the resources section. Yeah, everything that I mentioned is on the website, all the participation agreements, the resources. We just made live the button to submit your video this morning. So everything should be there. I encourage you to check it out, wealth of resources. And then on the other web page is where you'll find the videos from the 2022 competition. So the two websites to focus on are the 22 competition for last year's winning videos, and then the student competition for this year.
Well, now this is a really good question. Is it mandatory for each 2022 Manufacturing PA Innovation Project to submit a video? I wouldn't say it's mandatory, but it's highly recommended. We would definitely like, to the extent possible, to have one from each project. But if there are circumstances that prevent you from being able to do that, we certainly will understand. You just lose an opportunity to really share about this program. And I'd really encourage you, if at all possible, please do so.
And then Joy has mentioned that there are actually two ways that you could submit your video. You can use the URL link in the forum, or you can actually, let's see, upload the MP4 video directly. So if you have any questions when you get to the stage of submitting your video, I encourage you to reach out to Joy Leventhan to ask questions, or myself, but I'll probably have to go to Joy because she's the expert.
And I just want to mention too, there are actually prizes for these videos. We'll award them live at the expo, and in addition, there's the audience will be voting for their favorite video. So by the time we get to the expo, we'll have already predetermined, we'll show the top 5, but then we'll have the audience there select their favorite video, and we'll have a prize for that too. Okay, are there any more questions? Happy to answer them. You've asked some really good ones.
I believe there was one about there has been a delay in getting the project approved and started, how this may be considered in the judging of the project. We understand their delays. If you can still do the video, that won't impact this competition. We understand.
I think it's a more high level video. I mean, you're not getting into the nitty gritty details of where your project is. It's about, what your goals are set by your manufacturer and what you hope to achieve at the end. So in 60 to 90 seconds, I think you can, communicate that without, getting into the exact details of, where your project is in terms of the experiments in the lab, but the overall, what you hope to accomplish.
So I see there was a question to talk a little bit more about the expo. We're really excited this year. We've been doing them virtually. And the first year we did it in person. We're excited to return to do it in person. Who will be there? Well, there will be university PIs, the research leaders. There will be other students just like you. There will be legislators and legislative offices will be there. Our economic development partners will be there. Manufacturers will be in that audience. We usually anticipate about 150. It is in person. It'll begin at 10:30 in the morning. It'll conclude about 2. We're still finalizing the agenda, but we'll have a welcome from DCED. We hope to maybe have the governor speak to address us, if not in person, via video. We'll have an industry keynote who will talk to us about his or her viewpoint of what's happening, how a manufacturer is really leveraging innovation to make their company successful, and how research is so essential, and what trends does he or she see for the future. We will have a student panel where we'll interview some of the students who have participated in these projects. We will have the competition, and then new this year, we're going to have a manufacturing showcase and networking event. So we'll have some manufacturers in the room, set up tables. You'll want to bring your resumes, students, not promising that they're all looking for jobs, but there'll certainly be internship opportunities, co-op opportunities, and quite frankly, just your opportunity to see what these manufacturers are working on. So we're really excited about this and what will be transpiring here. We will provide lunch at no expense. We'll have, a caterer bring in lunch for you. We'll have coffee in the morning because we know how many of us need that to be able to function. So we're excited to meet you in person and to congratulate you for the work that you've done. Hopefully that answers that question. Anybody else? Super. All right. Well, you have our contact information. If you have questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to either Colleen or myself or Joy, and we're excited to see the videos that you prepare.
Thanks, Jennifer.
You're quite welcome. Have a great day, everyone.